Hi, hello, and namaskar. So today in this video, I am going to discuss about the three follow-up rules which I follow and I find it very effective. A lot of times I have noticed that some salespersons, most of the salespersons are actually uh, following up their prospects like there is no one else in the world to buy their product. They make their prospects life hell. They call them in the morning, evening. You know, um, they act like an intruder in their prospects life. Why? Because this prospects has shown some interest in your product at some point of time. That is the only mistake they have done in their life. So which is not a right way to do, right? So if someone who is calling you continuously, you will get irritated, and that particular salesperson is not only doing injustice to him, but also he is doing the injustice to his profession. Why? Why? Because the prospect which is going through this irritating phase, that is getting a lot of calls from salesperson, that prospect, what will happen is he will close the door in front of every salesperson who is coming in his life. So that is why I'm saying you are actually doing injustice to your profession. So here I follow these three rules which has helped me a lot, to make a less number of rejections and the follow-up process frictionless. So the point number one, the rule number one I follow is I set the agenda in the beginning. In this video also I set the agenda in the beginning that I'm going to discuss about these three rules. So like that, whenever I meet a prospect, I set the agenda in the beginning itself. That is this, the objective of this call is this, and at the end of this call I'm expecting a reply from you as so and so. So in case they will have a choice of replies, that is either they can say yes or they can say no or they can say I'll get back to you later. So in the beginning itself I will say that if you're going to say I'll get back to you later just because you want to politely get rid of me, you can say a direct no in my face, because I rather would like to take a no instead of I'll get back to you and I have to follow up you endlessly. When I make this statement, I am taking off the pressure from prospects. So then now they have a natural curiosity to listen to me. And at the end of the conversation, if they are interested, they will go ahead. If they are not interested, they will say no in right on my face. So my follow-up process will be very minimal in that, by following up that first rule. The second rule I follow is a no. If a prospect say a no, that that means a no for now. So that prospect do not want to purchase your product now. That could be the meaning. So then I make sure that, and I say this with 100% conviction to the prospects that yes, of course you don't want to purchase this product. I completely understand that, but I'll be following up you next month or next week, whatever the time I have. I'll give to just check that whether your decision is there is any change in your decision. Why I'm doing this so is, when I have to call him for the second time, I can just remind him about the previous conversation that see that day you are not purchasing from me just because of your budget constraint, and so just called you to ask what has changed now. Is there any change in the status now? So that he'll also not get irritated, right? He will somewhat like, yeah, of course, yeah, we had a discussion and that is the reason, and yeah, no, there is no change in my position. I'm not sure about purchasing this. He'll say that, or else, yeah, that time I was having a budget constraint. Now we can move forward. Yes, you can come and meet me. So this will make my follow-up process a friction less. So the third rule which I follow is, you should understand the thin line between persistent and annoyingly persistent. So whenever you decided to follow up a person, you have to be persistent. Okay, that's okay, but you don't have to be annoyingly persistent. This rule diligently follow this rule, and I never be an intruder in the life of prospect without a prior notice in the first meeting itself. So here I want to give you a bonus tip. You know, sometimes a prospect will say no to you just because some chemistry is not working, something which is not connecting between you and prospect, and that's okay, because everyone you meet will not do business with you. And if you accept that reality, the the pain after having, after getting the rejection will be minimized. And this is the four rules which I follow up diligently whenever I have to follow up a client. So if you reach this portion of this video, then I assume that you are very serious about growing in your sales career and learning something new in your sales career. So in that case, I am inviting you to my upcoming webinar, which is happening on this Wednesday, 8 p.m. You can register by using the link which is given in the description, and you can attend my 90 minutes webinar absolutely free, where I'll be discussing two things. Number one is 5 stages of your career, which you can you can decide that which stage you are now and which stage you want to go in next 6 months. And second thing I'll be discussing in that webinar is the three frameworks you can use to travel from stage 1 to stage 5. So you'll be having a crystal clear idea about what you're going to learn and how many stages in your career and how you should reach the top stage of your career, right? So if you think that this video is helpful and you can get you can you want to really grow in your career by using the three frameworks, which is proven framework, you can register using the link in the description and attend my webinar for free. Thank you. And thank you for watching this video.